Hello, and welcome back to What If Weekly, your Marvel Studios news roundup. We've got news from Captain America New World Order, Blade, a new hero in Marvel's Avengers, and something from the Sony side of the Spider-Verse. I'm your host, talking to you in the small moment I can pull myself away from the new Pokemon game, Encyclopedia, so let's get into it. First up, into the Sony Spider-Verse, where a former Walking Dead showrunner is to lead Sony's Silk project for Amazon and MGM+. The ironically named Angela Kang has taken the reins, and the show is reportedly at work under the name Silk, Spider Society. We can't wait to bring the adventures of Cindy Moon to life, thanks to the creative dream team of Chris and Phil, Angela and Amy, along with our partners at Marvel and Amazon. We know this exciting series with new and never-before-seen characters and storylines will wow audiences, watching first on linear MGM+, and then around the world on Prime Video. The Chris and Phil mentioned there in the quote are Lord and Miller of the Spider-Verse movies, who will serve as executive producers alongside Amy Pascal. Silk is a Korean-American teenager bitten by the same spider that bit Peter Parker, though she was quarantined for years after the accident, only escaping due to his eventual help. She possesses much the same powers as Peter, although her spider sense is far more powerful than other spider totems, even allowing her to track Peter wherever he is, even across multiversal boundaries. She also, like Tobey Maguire's Spidey, is able to organically produce webbing, even weaving it into claws sometimes. A timeline for when Silk will arrive has not yet been determined. Now some quick-fire Marvel Studios news. Marvel producer Nate Moore confirms filming on Captain America New World Order will begin this spring, and that they are happy with the script that they've got right now. Moore says, "Well look, Sam Wilson's Captain America, he is going to bring his own team to play. It's no secret that Samuel Stearns is making his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is fantastic because Tim Blake Nelson's the best. Harrison Ford is taking on the role of General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, and to see Sam Wilson and Thunderbolt Ross, which if you remember actually threw him in the prison at the end of Civil War because he violated the Sokovia Accords, there's going to be some natural sparks there which I think are going to be really fun." Joshua Mekel has been cast in Marvel's Blade following rewrites. No information is currently available on who he has been cast as, but judging by the look of him, I think he could be Dracula. Chris Hemsworth, however, has confirmed our rumours that the next appearance of him as Thor may be his last. He says, "I feel like we'd probably have to close the book if I ever did it again. I feel like it'd probably be the finale." This follows reports that 2026's Avengers Secret Wars could be a swan song for many of the cast of the original Avengers Assemble, returning Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson among them. Those returning cast members are still in talks with Marvel right now, with the potential to recast these roles as Marvel enters a new era. And finally, Scott Porter will portray the Winter Soldier in Marvel's Avengers. The long data-mined character Bucky Barnes will finally be available for players of Crystal Dynamics' Marvel's Avengers with the upcoming November 29th patch that will bring the game into Update 2.7. The character was revealed among many more, some of whom who have since been released, in a data mine of the game during beta, so has been awaited by fans for a very long time. This will be the second character released this year, after the Mighty Thor back in June, and the 6th overall if you include the PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man, which brings the game to double the playable characters that were available at launch. Scott Porter has voiced the Winter Soldier before, in LEGO Marvel's Avengers and Marvel v Capcom Infinite. He also voiced both Star-Lord and Cyclops in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, having voiced Star-Lord previously in Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy. The actor even auditioned for the role of Steve Rogers in the MCU, alongside John Krasinski and Chris Evans. That's all the time we've got for this edition of What If Weekly. What do you think about this new Spider-Man show, trying to rival the Disney Plus lineup? How do you feel about finally getting your hands on Bucky Barnes in Marvel's Avengers? And do you think we finally have our villain for Blade? Subscribe for more news every Monday. I've been Encyclopedia, and until next time, stay strong, true believers.